Peace, loves. Thank you so much for joining me here in this moment. My name is Christina. Welcome to the space. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to come here today to talk to you guys about why it is so important to chase health above anything else. So the video is titled Chase Health Before You Chase the Money. So what inspired this video was my own personal experience being on a health journey. I remember when I went to college in 2014, I decided to go vegan, to transition into veganism after gaining 30 years my freshman semester. Now, I already had some experience practicing being a vegetarian, pescatarian, these different things while I was in high school, but when I was in college, I gained 30 pounds my first semester and decided that I was uncomfortable. I needed to create some type of sustainable movement practice as well as eating practice that was going to allow me to feel confident in my own body. And so what I noticed was I had to shift my focus and I had to rebudget things in my life. I had to shift my values. So what this looked like, instead of spending so much money on clothes, which I love, I had to really think about, well, I got to take from this budget and add to my food budget because I have to have good quality food. I got to take away from my entertainment budget and put it towards a book budget, put it towards financial goal budget or investing. But my values began to change. And what I noticed was when I would go and speak to my peers about it, very few of them would get it. Very few of them would get it. And I felt that during that time, still very young, 19, 20, so people, my peers who are also 19, 20, 21, 22, they were still focused on partying. So it was very futile for me to be preaching about veganism because no one was going to hear it because everyone's young, everyone's system and body is working well. And, we just don't think that bad health can affect us because we're still so young. And but I always knew, based off of my own personal experiences within my own health journey, as well as observing my family, the different things that they were going through when it came to their health. And I didn't want to be that one. I didn't want to be a person who was carrying on some type of generational disease or illness or mindset that wasn't conducive for my health and wellness. So my focus became on focusing on health. What is it going to take for me to be healthy and happy? What does that look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does it sound like? What are the thoughts that are attached to that? What is that experience? And asking these questions, they help me to formulate some type of a vision for myself of what that looked like. So for me, it was raw veganism. So when I first started my journey of veganism, I was doing raw till 4. I transitioned into more of a starch solution. Then I ate more processed vegan as more vegan restaurants were popping up. And eating processed vegan cheeses and meats and things of that nature. So I was able to experience like these highs and these lows when it came to my body on a vegan lifestyle based on what it was that I was consuming. So ultimately, I came to the realization that I am a living being. So as a living being who has cells, I should consume things that are in resonance to the life that is inside of me. And in order for it to be in resonance, it has to have life inside of it. And so fruits, vegetables, sprouts, things of that nature, and activated nuts and seeds, things of legumes, activated legumes, things of that nature. So I shifted my focus from veganism to eating fruits and vegetables and things that have life. So shifting my focus to life. shifting my focus to life. And what this did for me was I was able to create a life around health and wellness. So now it's like I live in a community of people who are just informed in regard to health and wellness. So because these people in this community are informed, there's restaurants that tailor to people like me. There's spaces, markets that tailor to people like me. There's stores with books that tailor to people like me. There's services that tailor to people like me. There are people that are tailored to people like me. So because I've cultivated health in the sense of now and at this point in my life, it's been more so of a physical health. I know that as I grow older, especially probably when I'm 30, is probably going to transform into more of like a financial health type of thing. I feel like I'm gearing into that energy. But right now, I just wanted to focus on me, my body, not anything that has to do with this world. I want to focus on my mindset, having a healthy frame of mind, being grounded in that peace and the love that I was created in, having a healthy body, making sure that my digestion is flowing, making sure that all of my energy channels are clear. I don't feel any mucus in my body. I don't have any aches and pains that are unexplainable. My body, my mobility is great. I'm flexible. So these are the things that I have been focused on these past years since I've been on this journey. Having a sustainable movement practice, making sure that I'm moving my body, because I know that if I do what it is if I do what's necessary to get locked in with my body, everything else is just gonna fall in place. And what happens is people come into money, they come into resources, and they squander it. They squander it because they haven't cultivated themselves, or if they don't squander it, maybe they'll take those resources and go invest in things that don't even align with their true, authentic selves. So if we take the time to focus on solidifying who we are, getting to know who we are, and creating a life based off of that in regard to health and wellness, in regard to making sure we're putting the proper fuel into our body, making sure that we're nurturing our minds, you get to a point to where that becomes your foundation. Now you can build the rest of your life off of that. And I highly encourage anyone who is in their 20s, anyone who is a teenager watching this video right now, I encourage you guys to start some type of a health practice to really get yourself locked in. Start a health practice. Think about, the type of foods you want to eat, and be gentle on yourself. Don't try to be an extremist with it, because naturally that's how I am. And I've gone from different extremes, these different poles, but I'm definitely getting to a space of so much balance in my life, but it's taken years to get that. So definitely be easy on yourself, but just think about, what is it going to take for me to feel good in my body? What does that look like? What is that food? Start to understand yourself, your biological design, and what you need. Not what you think you need. You can look at science. You can look to religion. There's so many different schools of thought. Ultimately, the best thing for you to rely on is your intuition. What is the most attractive thing, the most attractive, healthiest thing that you can go towards right now? We really have to allow our food to be our medicine. We have to allow our books that we're reading to uplift and inspire us, to be a meditation of some type of sort. We have to have a sustainable movement practice to get the body, the energy, everything flowing, to help settle the mind, to release endorphins, to relax the body, to strengthen ourselves. These things, if you cultivate these things, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong, and you will unleash a power and a confidence within yourself. Because again, this vehicle is a temple. It's housing our energy. So when we show honor and respect to our being and devotion, it opens up. Now you have more energy for that business that you're building. A lot of people want to chase the money first and don't even have the energy to back up their own businesses. So you come into this lifestyle, you renew your mind, you're eating a plant-based live foods diet. You have a sustainable movement practice. Maybe you have some type of a spiritual practice, meditation, breath work, yoga. Maybe you subscribe to a religion. All of these things help to cultivate your energy. And all of these things can be used to further yourself in this reality. In your work, it affects how you show up to other people. It affects how you show up to your work, your projects. It affects you on a very deep level. So it's important for us to have our own selves squared away, locked in. We don't have to think about what we are going to eat. We don't have to think about whether or not we need to go on a diet, or why we feeling so fatigued, or why we going through so much pain in our lives and suffering when it comes to health related issues, because we didn't get those things squared away. We were focused on every single thing external of our own bodies, that we weren't paying attention to our bodies. And the body loves us so much. Life loves us so much that it will give us signs and symptoms. It will give us little aches and pains, or, thoughts and feelings. But it's up to us to honor that and to know that we're worthy enough to experience good health. I always say, I was created on purpose. I was thought of before I was born, before I was ever created, and I was created on purpose for a purpose. Not only that, I was created in pleasure, because in order for me to get here, what did my parents have to do? What do all of our parents have to do in order for us to get here? So I was created in pleasure. I was created on purpose for a purpose. And I was created to experience pleasure. I was able to experience love, peace. I was also created to experience adversity. Why do I say that? Because that's been my experience. It's been my experience. But all of these things are here to make me stronger. It's here to refine me. It's here to put pressure on me so that I can become a diamond. So focus on health. Focus on longevity. Focus on feeling good in your body. Because all of this external stuff, we can't take it with us. We can't take it with us, and it really ain't even going nowhere. It's always going to be here just like it always was. And if it's not, it's going to be another new thing coming up. It's going to be another new idea, another new fad, another new whatever. It's always going to be something new. But there's what they say, there's never anything new under the sun. It's always here, and a lot of things are just distractions. Distractions that keep us from really embodying our highest potential, from embodying the highest potential of what our health could be, of what our faith that good things can happen to us can be, of our capability to accomplish our goals, a confidence to show up unafraid to be yourself, your authentic self. Energy cultivation is key. It's key. And it's so beautiful to go through all of these schools of thought, but really in reality, it's about tapping in and tuning into you, getting all up into who you are. That's the key. And also having experiences, living your life. And through this our awareness expands and it grows. And we get subtle messages, from all of life, from people, from the trees, from the breeze, from the animals, from the media, whatever. We get messages from everywhere. And more importantly, we get a message. We have an inner narrator. We have to listen to that voice and hear what it is saying, So, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I feel like I look like Aunt Jemima. I've been cooking and cleaning all day. And I just had to sit down, give you guys a message, give you guys some encouragement, because, we all are waking up to what life really is. And I think that puts us in a position to extend more grace because we know what goes into this thing called life. We know. People from all walks of life know. And we know that we have to put forth energy and effort in order to be able to succeed in this reality. And a part of that is filling ourselves up with things that are conducive, not just food, but also mindset, being mindful and intentional about what we're consuming on this here social media platform, making sure that we're watching videos and content that inspires us, that ignites our souls, that facilitates some type of change. And not only that, but that we're doing the physical labor. But all of these things are hand in hand. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. They're all needed. We know that what we take in, what we're eating, our brains and our guts are connected. So what we eat affects our thoughts. It affects our mood. It affects how our cells behave and react. And if they're going to collaborate with each other, or some cells are going to turn to cancer cells, what we consume, what we see, what we read, it shifts our thoughts. It creates new thoughts, which then shifts how we speak, how we write, how we show up in the world. So all of these things have some type of an impact, and it's so important in this day and age for us to be for us to be intentional, because we live in the new era of information, infinite information. There's so many distractions. Where do you look and what do you do? How do you navigate this energy? This is all really just leading us down a path of self-discovery, which I feel we can initiate that, go deeper into that by cultivating our energy intentionally, by being aware of what we're consuming. First and foremost, what we're putting into our temples via our mouth. So eat your fruits and vegetables, guys. Thank you guys so much for letting me go off, because I just enjoy being on here. I enjoy engaging with y'all. Y'all been really engaging and showing up for me, and I'm so grateful, because it's just confirmation for me to keep going and spreading the message that we're just here to be a light. Keep on learning, keep on striving, keep on growing to be better. And you are the one who determines what that looks like. You don't have to subscribe to anyone else's school of thought. Even me talking about veganism in my own journey, I'm not trying to convince you to do it. I'm not trying to convince y'all to do anything that I'm doing. Really, I just want you to tune into yourself and discover who you are and what your needs are, and cultivate your energy enough so that your needs are being satisfied, that you're able to take care of them. So guys, thank y'all. Definitely let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know if you guys have any health goals for 2024. And yeah, just say hey. So guys, peace.